Hey everyone, welcome back to Kriss Beauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina, some Cristina de Jesus. Whatever you prefer, girl, that is fine with me. As you can tell by today's video, it is going to just be a very chilled, relaxed sort of just makeup tutorial. I'm going to be doing something flirty and something that you could possibly recreate for date night, for, you know, going out with friends. We're just gonna chit chat today and we are gonna have fun. So go ahead and grab your sparkling water, grab a good snack, you know, a little bit of that paperwork, that homework, and let's get started. Okay, so I had to actually wait a few days because I had some eczema. You know what I'm saying, a situation. She might peek through in today's video, but if she does, just say hello and keep it pushing. Act like she's not there. She likes to just stay there and wait around and kind of be like intrusive. But my skin is actually feeling good. I have a little bit of texture, but overall, I'm feeling better than I did a few days ago. So I already went ahead and I moisturized. So I think I want to start off with the eyes. Again, it's not going to be something too crazy. It's going to be something that you can definitely recreate, not too simple. A little bit of bronze, you know, it's going to be fun. So I'm going to start off with the eyes. So I'm going to actually prime my face first though, and then we are going to start off with the eyes. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is a beautiful sort of silk finish blurring effect. So I'm going to place that right in my trouble areas, if you will. And yes, for those of you who have missed the memo, my hair is somewhat brown again. There's still a little bit of red. It's shorter, which I'm like living for because it's kind of easier to maintain. So yeah, I always put stuff right like on my thighs and then they kind of like slide off. It's annoying, girl. Alright, so I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and then I like to add some sort of hydrating primer just because of the texture and the dryness of my skin. So I'm gonna add the NYX Hydra Touch primer, and I like to just add that to my nose, a little bit on the forehead, and around the mouth. Alright, so I went ahead and I moved on in a little bit. I am going to prime my eyes with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer and also the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. These two together are bomb. So I'm going to take the Colourpop first and I'm going to sort of use that to, like, you know, give my eyebrows like that clean look. Alright, so I'm taking a Morphe M421 brush, which is basically a small concealer brush. So any small concealer brush that you have, go ahead and use. I also have my Colourpop on the back of my hand. Oh, and this is in the shade Light 18, by the way. Okay, so I'm gonna use this shade only for right under my brows. And no, I don't have my brows filled in just yet because I figure that's like, you know, it just doesn't make sense to do my brows first and then they kind of get lost when I do my foundation, and then it has to be done all over again, and my brows is like the longest process in the world. Ugh, God, I have something in my freaking eye. I'm gonna work this in with a sponge. And that's all about just what we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to some eyeshadow. So excited. Today I'm going to be using two palettes. I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, which I haven't used in so long. And then I'm gonna use one of my favorites, which is the Colourpop Chasing Rainbows palette. So I'm really gonna mix and match these two, but I am gonna be using this Huda Beauty one a little bit more, just because it has like the golds and the little smoky vibes that I'm sort of looking for. And then I'm gonna dip into Chasing Rainbows. I have to dip into that. So I'm actually going to start off with a Morphe M433 brush. This is a fluffy brush. And I am going to start off with the shade. I know my palette looks rough. Don't judge me. I'm going to start off with the shade, probably with this shade right here, which I don't usually use because it doesn't show up as well. But I do want to start off with this shade to sort of help soften and to go into this shade right here. So I do want to start off around here It is like sort of like a beigey color. And then I think I actually want to go into this peachy shade called Eden, and then this orangey shade or burnt orange shade called Blazing. Just very softly. My cheeks are getting so red. Don't know why. It just happens. Okay, so then now I want to go into this shade right here called Musk, and I kind of want to use that as like my outer corner shade. And I'm not really going too high with it. I just want to like use it as like that smoky sort of effect. Okay, now I want to dip into these two shades. Well, what's left of this shade. These shades are called Nefertiti and Celestial. I'm using a little bit more of a thicker concealer brush. And because these are a little bit powdery, I do want to spray them down just a little bit. And I'm going to use this as my inner corner and lid shade. And I'm even going towards the brown. This shade is like super powdery. Oh my god. Okay, so I actually just ended up using this shade, or what was left of it. And I haven't dipped into this shade because I actually want to dip into some of the gold in my Chasing Rainbows palette. So I want to dip into So Meta, which is like that beautiful vibrant gold, and I'm dipping in with the same brush, and I really want to make that gold pop a little bit more. Okay, so now to build up on the smokiness of the eye, I actually want to go back into this brown shade right here. And I kind of want to build this up. So I'm going to take a Real Techniques base shadow brush, which is like a sort of tapered sort of brush. And I do want to build up this brown just a little bit. So I just smoked it up and a little bit out. I don't want to overcomplicate it, but I do want to take a eyeliner pencil, which is not something that I usually use. I like to use like liquid liners. They're just a little bit more clean for me, but I do want to have a little bit of a smoky liner. So I'm taking the LA Colors eyeliner pencil in the shade Black, and I just want to smoke out my lash line on the outer corner a little bit more than anything else. And if you notice, I didn't bring it all the way in, and I did get a little bit lower and thinner towards the middle. Okay, so now I have to take a smaller brush and I want to like smoke it out even more. There's a beautiful matte black in this Chasing Rainbows palette. It's called Prism. So I kind of want to take just a little bit of that and just help me smoke that out. So I'm taking a small like pencil brush. This is black, but it does have a little bit of purple in it, but that's fine. Okay, so I did go ahead and finish smoking that out. I added a little bit of brown to sort of help sweep it into everything. And then I went ahead and I took some liquid liner from NYX. This is the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Black. And I did just ever so slightly fill in the beginning of my eyes. Yes, So I filled in the inner corners of my eyes, and now I'm gonna continue on with the rest of the look. I don't think I want to add lashes right now. I think I want to move into the face and then finish up the eyes a little bit later. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So again, we're already primed and ready to go, ready to put the spackle on. My face has been giving me some major issues, so I'm really going to hope and pray and hope that Papa Dios really comes through. So I'm going to start off with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I used to use this legit all the time, obviously in a different shade. I don't know why I think I'm like tan as hell, but I'm really not. And this is in the shade Golden Beige. I'm gonna go back to using this. Like, as soon as I smelled it, it was like, oh my god, like I remember using this shit all the time. It's not that bad in shade, actually. I thought it would be super like darker, and it's not. I am doing a full coverage sort of look today. I do want to do like a pretty bronzy, glowy like finish. I'm actually gonna blend this out with a brush. So I'm using a flat top foundation brush. I'm just going to buff this out. Oh my god, I don't think my eczema is gonna show today. I don't remember this foundation being so like lightweight. I think I'm definitely gonna have to add a little bit more. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely have to add just a bit more. So that's nice. A little on the forehead, this side of the face. That's one thing I do remember, is this damn spatula drives me nuts. The fact that my eczema is like, she's playing fair today. Ooh. Bringing this to the ear, down the neck. You're in the way, sweetie. This is actually not a bad color match. I'm like, I love it. So the foundation, as I remember, is not it's not like glowy AF, but it gives you like a nice luminosity. It does have sort of like a demi matte finish, and I'm not mad at it. The eczema is non-existent. So I am gonna go ahead and move on to concealer. I'm not gonna cream contour today, but I am gonna bronze my face with some powder bronzer. I'm only going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I'm going to just put this under the eyes. And a little bit on the forehead and the chin. Same brush. All right, things are looking actually like really together. Okay, so I do need to set the face. This is like the scariest part for me, because every time when I set the face, things become super dehydrated, and I'm just like, hold up, I cannot do this right now. Don't do it to me. I'm gonna take a different and smaller flat top foundation brush that has no product on it, and I'm going to use my Airspun to set. And I'm gonna set the main areas. And then I'm taking a bigger, fluffier brush and setting the rest of the face. Okay, so now it's time for bronzing, you know, so we can spice up the face a little bit. So I'm gonna take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. If you watch my last video, which was the drugstore video, I did mention this, but I didn't have it on hand. It is so good, and it smells even better. So I'm going to take an angled, fluffy sort of brush, and I'm gonna start off by stamping this right along the cheekbones. This is more of like a contour, if you will. I do want to take a second bronzer and bronze up the face a little bit more. So I'm going to take the Wet n Wild contouring palette, which I do in like almost every single video. This is in the Caramel Toffee shade. And I'm going to take this one right here and a little bit of the yellow to help like brighten up, you know, certain parts of the face. So I'm taking that with a fluffy brush. And I do want to add a little bit more bronze to the cheeks and the forehead. Okay, so I'm gonna use some of that yellow shade to tone down the forehead a little bit and to help brighten. And I'm also going to take that yellow shade and some of my airspun powder together, and that's going to help me to cut my cheeks a little bit. And this is if you went a little bit too much with the bronzer, or you just want a little bit of like that cleaner look. I'm gonna add a little like tiny bit of blush, and I'm gonna use an e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and I'm gonna use these two shades in the e.l.f. Blush palette. I mean, come on, that was just one press. Stamp a little bit. So while everything's baking and sort of already like bronzed up, I do want to finish up the eyes. So we're gonna take the black liner pencil again, and I'm gonna use that to line underneath my lower lash line. And I'm like stopping right there. This is not a perfect line because it is going to be smudged out just a little bit, and it's not in my waterline, it's like right on the lash line. So this does have a little bit of that black shade from the Chasing Rainbows palette. I'm gonna just smoke this out just a little bit. And going back to the Chasing Rainbows palette, I am going to take this white shade called Blurred Lines. It does have that golden undertone. And I'm going to put that slightly into my waterline a little bit. Okay, so I put a little bit on my inner corner. I am going to go ahead and do my brows off of camera really quickly. And then we are going to finish up the face with a little highlight, a lip, some lashes, which I think I'm gonna apply off of camera as well. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I did snatch the brows a little bit. I used the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. If I could find her, let me show you. Hold on. I used the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. And then for the lashes, I used my Duo Lash Glue along with these Amazon lashes called Cuckoo Lashes. I think that's just a style, but they are from worldbeautylashes.com. Like always, I will link everything down below, including those bomb ass lashes. So I just have to add some mascara. I do want to add a little bit of brown on the lower lash line. They're just the perfect amount of like fluff, but it's just like it's not too much. And then I'm dipping back into that brown from the Huda Beauty palette. I'm just gonna use that to smoke this out. Yes. So the eyes are officially finished. I am gonna go ahead and add some highlight really quickly before I pop on a lip. One of my favorite shades to use is this shade from the Chasing Rainbows palette because it has that golden, and I'm just like living for it. The chinny chin. All right, now we're looking like a glowing goddess. I am going to finish up with a lip. So I want to just line my lips really quickly with brown liner. I'm taking my, I know I use this all the time, but I really do love this shade from Milani. It is the Bahama Beige, 55 Bahama Beige from Milani Color Statement Lipsticks. It is the perfect nude. And I'm just gonna use that right around. I'm not gonna really like, you know, go in. Blend that in. And this is perfect like this, but I do want to add a little bit more. I just want to add a little bit of like gloss to like, you know, really choochie it up. So I'm gonna add, of course, my Wet n Wild Libra lip gloss. I use this like way too much. I'm gonna, ooh, look at that pink. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and set the face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. And I'm letting that dry up. Okay. Okay, and this is the final look. I'm just like, whoa, like this came out better than I expected. The foundation is everything, and this is like your perfect like Friday, you know, you want to like come into the office a little bit extra, let people know that you are that bad bitch and you're ready for the weekend. It's the perfect date night look. I had this on my heart and I had to just come and show you guys the tea. I truly hope you enjoyed this look. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to Kriss Beauty, turn on your bell notifications because you don't really want to miss out. And make sure that you comment some amazing looks for me to do next. You name it, I'm ready. So thank you guys so much for watching and making it to the end of the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.